Hey Cancer, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for October 6th, 2025. This is for Cancer. Last shuffle coming out for Cancer. Cancer, something flipped off in my lap, so I'm just going to grab that. But family's coming up and we have peace. Oh, two, conflict and commitment. So what may come up today may be the conflict of the fact that maybe you committed to your family, maybe you made promises, or perhaps they depend on you for something, and it's starting to mess with your sense of peace. You may be on their mind quite a bit, and it looks like maybe arguments or issues, and they're wanting you to know, not to be resentful because everything is it's like they created this issue for themselves, or you know what I mean, that like they created this issue for themselves. Basically, they may be waiting for you to continue to do, or expecting you to do what you've been doing all the time. And the peace would be with the Six of Pentacles. This tells me that they would be all right if you would just uh, give them that promise that you're going to continue to do something, even if it causes conflict for you. But I feel like the last solar eclipse kind of changed some things for you. It may have revealed some issues that now you're saying, I need to address this. And so the last solar eclipse was in September last month. So you may want to look into that time frame and see did something come to a head at that point? Because I do see somewhat of a war that you're not meant to fight. You're meant to bow out gracefully out of some argument or some problem. I feel that the family unit has more power than they realize over their life. They don't have to depend on you for so many things. I feel that the spirit realm is trying to tell your family that they need to take their power back and deal with some issues on their own without your assistance. I feel that they're trying to make an effort because they feel like you are meant to be in their lives in some way. They feel like you all are meant to be in each other's lives. Period. Right? But of course, we're family. But I also feel like they need to save themselves. They cannot depend on you to save them all the time. Whoever this person is, it's a family member. This is someone who, before they even try to do anything for themselves, they automatically get flustered and then wait on you to fix it. You know, so this could be children. I mean, that would be understandable. Or this could be your parent and you're the child. It doesn't necessarily have to be those dynamics, but I'm seeing, oops, sorry, I'm seeing that heavily here. Of Sorry about that. I popped the mic off of me by accident. Moving, fidgeting. I fidget a lot. If I swear, I'm always moving around and doing all this other stuff. I'm behind the camera, like, okay, okay. But the peace aspect comes from realizing or understanding why you can't help them or why you can't do certain things for them anymore. It's time for them to try to figure some crap out. Spirit may be telling you this so that you don't uh, surrender to a hero complex within yourself. Okay, because I'm seeing Saturn placements in this. Saturn placements is about a level of discipline, perhaps like a principle of yours, maybe the wisdom that you have now because you have done so many things. So it's not like something that you've done is in vain. Like if you were helping a relative, it actually helped you because then now you know how to fix a freaking pipe now because you had to fix theirs, or now you know how to put this together because you had to put that together for them. There's something about gaining wisdom from this, right? But they are lacking wisdom because they're not getting any practice in what they're doing. So this is not to say, oh my gosh, Cancer, like you're doing too much. It's more like Spirit wants you to understand that if you do decide to say, you know what, I'm going to step back from my family, I'm going to give them a chance to figure it out themselves, that it's actually a beneficial thing. So if that's the case for you, where you're maybe wriggled with guilt to some degree, because they're wanting this person to strengthen themselves, they may be able to do, they're capable of doing something that you may do for them. And it could be anything as simple as folding. It's probably going to build their body in some way. Like, all now your arms work, okay? You know, you know, getting them to understand to go and do whatever it is that you're taking, the whatever task you're taking from this relative or this person, they need to develop that part of their body for themselves. So it's also a good thing for you to back off, right? They're showing that you guys are like soulmates. This would be a person who feels like they need to make an effort, but they may be waiting because they fully expect you to step in. I'm seeing angel number 101, and that usually would tell me too that they they expect some help to get started or motivated to do something that they may have to start doing for themselves for some time. But I also feel that they need to fail sometimes. Like they need to understand that's how you build wisdom. That's how you build knowledge. Failure. So you know what does not work, what doesn't, whatever. So there's something about them needing to gain that experience, if that makes sense. I hope it makes sense because they're giving me that. Teacher is the Eight of Wands and Five of Wands. And so this is someone who they feel, once again, they're giving off this energy of like, you maybe try to show them, look how easy this is, and they're against it, right? But you know what? It's so easy, but I'll just do it myself. So I see that kind of energy within you. Like it's just faster if I freaking do it, because if I wait for them to do it, I'm gonna lose my stuff. I'm gonna lose my whole cool, right? It's the same, if you're helping your kids with homework, if Johnny had five apples, you just lose it because you're like, I told you, we already went through this 15 times. You already know the answer. If you say something else other than what the answer is, I'm gonna lose it, right? Um, I forgot what movie that was. Oh, right, Pulp Fiction, right, with Samuel Jackson when he lost it. Was it him? It can't be. I'm seeing a scene in my head where somebody just kind of like immediately just starts doing a whole fancy footwork because they're like, say it again. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was Pulp Fiction when he lost it. But it shows that you may be in that energy. It's giving Samuel Jackson, like you about to start snapping on people. There's what's not a country I ever heard of. You ever, did they speak English in what? uh, it's the funniest scene. I think my brother, man, he used that as a what do you call it, a ringtone for a while. I mean, every time it came on I was in tears, like, oh gosh, what are we about to see next? Because he killed it. Wow, just now noticing a spider web in the corner with a big spider on it. That's awesome. Okay, yeah, maybe they want to watch over me. Happy success is the Four of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. So that's a 3, 9, 7. They're going to find success, but it comes through working through something. So they're giving off that you need to allow someone to work through something, and not saying that you're not allowing it, but like I said, it just shows that you may say it's so much easier if I just do it myself. There's something about you needing to change this because this is someone who you may be their crutch, right? Where they never get better, they never exercise this muscle. They never get themselves in order. They're showing that to some degree, these people may find you to be controlling. Um, they may feel limited in some way, and it's not your fault, and it's not theirs, right? There's something about them creating this problem for themselves, and so there's a conflict in what you commit to do for someone, and the conflict would be that they need to work on it themselves. They need a little help, and I think there's a vibe of you needing to be very patient and allow them to figure it out. Don't say forget it, I'll just do it myself, because gosh, it's frustrating watching you do this. um, I hope this makes sense because that's what they're giving for the day, right? Princess may be important, that name, that term, maybe as someone's name, right? You may feel like they're a princess in some way. Freedom is um, a big sticking point in this. I'm seeing the color bronze, which is a color that speaks of this energy, or a metal that is speaking towards the strengthening of their bodies. So this could be something physical that you do for someone, a service that you perform, but in their head, they may be they may be like, well, I'm not interested in doing it because cancer's just going to do it for me. And spirit's telling you to back down a little bit, and yeah, let someone struggle doing something because they're not necessarily struggling, they're learning, they're growing, they're strengthening. So you could be dealing with a an Aries. That's the main sign I see here. So either you have Aries in your chart or you're dealing with one. So if you're not dealing, yeah, hey, if if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.